work. They didn't have to, and that becomes an even scarier prospect when they really don't have footage to watch even from the first map we just watched. Here we are towards B to start things off. It is going to be the pressure from TL attacking first, and we heard the death saying it would be TL going up mid. Here they go.
Yeah, they were absolutely right.
Back and forth.
And Kesnit's already dropped, right? Like, the Reyna has an opportunity for things with the pistol, but no, the jumping classics are traded back and forth. Numbers advantage still in favor of Liquid as they funnel their way onto A to get the spike down. We'll see what KRÜ can do as far as the retake attempt goes.
Doug, I love me a good around the world. That was fantastic. You don't ever see that. You usually get caught by someone stays back. B to mid to A. Let's see how KRÜ answers with the post plan.
You're just checking the weather
in
all the different spots, right? It's a big map. Things can change. You never know. But as you said, what can KRÜ do as far as this retake goes? As soon as that dart comes out, you see the gravity wall keeping them at bay. You still have two players from Liquid who are playing off towards A long, so they're in a really good spot here. You're going to have to deal with Link playing by Jenny, and then still deal with the other playing back. And somebody down in hell. Nags just has
the map in their favor.
Now we've seen these turret. Oh boy. Okay. Yambi gets the opener with the Marshall right off the bat. Liquid's trying to push the matter towards B. Push Klaus off. I mean, Mazzino drops.
They don't even have the spike.
Yeah, they just. Well, and that's the thing, right? Like, go get the kills you can, and that opens up the map so much more. You don't have to commit the spike there. You have options for days. The world is your oyster, or at least Ascent is here.
It's like, what honestly, you think about on an eco, what would have been able to take 3 Spectres rushing around a corner out, and not much. They're playing, TL is on the high percentage plays. We saw it on the second round of Haven. They had the Marshals. They stayed all the way back. They let KRÜ push. Here, it's a lot of tight corners. On Ascent, you start B or A, and you're right at the front door. Right. So knock it down, especially if your team, or the opposing team, is on an eco. This one finalizing with Kesnit. He's got the Ion Sheriff, so maybe a few headshots in order.
With both turrets dropping and then kind of spamming through that and seeing what you can do, that's exactly what Navera does right off the bat, and it's cleared right out from KRÜ.
Drone up mid, double duelist will be following. Oh, Nags, that has his work cut out for him as they round the corner. And he makes quick work of kill number 1.
All right, swinging out though, gets a second. Gets himself back to a healthy spot, but now before Mazzino cleans him up. There's still room for Lucan to work here, but KRÜ has arrived and they've been able to bolster their defenses. Well, they were able to bolster their defenses. This is Liquid's bonus, friends. Right, like,
yeah.
This shouldn't be a fair fight.
Quick and steady. That's how they've been pushing through here. I mean, quick trades into that mid area, especially taking down Market so early. You know you can basically cordon off who is in B. It makes it very tough for KRÜ, even if it is going to be that eco. And making his way through. Still has a few stars on that A. Not going to decide to use them.
Well, at least for now. Oh, I wonder, yeah. He upgrades the weapon. He gets something.
Still could say,
or excuse me, he doesn't upgrade the weapon. He brought that into it, but is able to at least get away with that. And the thing is, well,
even more absurd. So KRÜ should be expecting anything.
Well, and really off of that, you see KRÜ. They're the ones who are trying to dictate the pace towards A. They send 3 down long, take some of that space away, but nobody's home. With that, KRÜ should understand you've got your hands full towards B. Excellent start from Klaus.
Double drone push. Yampy destroys the door. Scream flashes through. Like, the set utility right now is incredible.
Whoa. Yampy able to take care of the first, but Kesnit shows up at just the right time as Klaus does as well. He's able to get 3 with the Sheriff. But Soulcast takes care of a 1v3. I have the spike. This would be something if he's able to pull this off. 1, that's off of the contact from the turret, right?
That's true.
Like, we've seen that duel happen so many times. This time, Liquid, they ain't having anything to do with it. They're heavy stacking towards A.
Get out of my way!
Bladestorm coming online, and Op in the hands of Navera. And he's not holding down mid either. He's with the rest of the group. But they're playing this so quietly, Riv. They're playing this so carefully, so slowly.
It's the first time we've seen all 5 towards one site immediately. Yampy is the only one that's made steps, so they know the Bladestorm might be floating around. Doesn't necessarily say this is our initiation, but the dash, There it is, into the site, onto Jenny.
Right, and into a cloudburst, but not finding very much success as Delzic's able to clean him up right off the bat. But they continue to funnel onto the site. The Empress comes online as they try to create some space, as they try to take the site away, but Delzic manages to get 3. There's the op-out from Navera, but he's left alone with 11 health. Prepared for that. They weren't handling it, but, or sorry, they weren't.
We've seen his tight play on C and Haven.
That's true.
Dancing around.
That's true.
Delzic the dancer.
They put something down there to try to take care of him, but it just wasn't enough. Delzic goes big there for KRÜ.
All right, KRÜ. Putting up a few more rounds here and could make this one hurt on the econ of TL. The op in the hands of Nagzet now. He focuses that towards Cat. This gets dangerous. He's pushing up by himself. If anybody comes around that corner, he's going to have to be quick with it. And it looks like TL plays this one patient, knowing that operator could be holding an angle.
Now, I wonder what they do potentially to deal with the alarm bot that's sitting in mid. You see Yampi has taken a lot of space. He's made his way up towards Cubby in mid. There's an alarm bot just on the other side. If they double down on that, oh, it's a smoke. He drops a smoke to work his way through. That's beautiful. I don't think they're going to be suspecting that if he gets the timing just right, it's going to be a slaughter backside. He gets 1.
Klaus went back. He's in a big spot right now. Oh, the dash does give him the upper hand on Kesnit there, Doug.
Defender lockdown coming through is Klaus.
Huge.
Looking to put this round on his back, but Yampi continues to go aggressive. He continues to take space away, looking for the jugular of KRÜ. And you see off of that Liquid kind of rotating out. They understand there's so much space that's been taken away. It's a bit of a ring around the rosies. Now Nagzet trying to work his way mid. Did he not? Ooh, just waiting for another one. Nevera rips his face off with the Sheriff with 11 seconds left. The spike should go down. Klaus, who was very formidable at the beginning of the round by himself. His work cut out for him, to say the least.
His aim has been absurd, and we actually saw 2 more members of TL that were trying to get into B, and as soon as that nano swarm went off from Klaus, they said, well, one other person on the map is going to have util surrounding him, so you can see how risk-averse TL was, even to one member that they knew was in B. Just go A, planet, safe, because Klaus is doing this.
If it continues to work, then let him do his thing, but I kind of want to draw back attention to how Liquid were able to get as much authority across the map as they did. It was all off of Yampi using the Cloudburst to deny the vision of the alarm bot to take that away, right? And then after that, it was just the timing, right? Like, he caught the rotations off from B. Decent spot where they can buy up. They still have the operator in the hands of Nagzet, and this time there's not going to be a turret, Killjoy turret duel towards B main. It's actually going to be the operator out from Nagzet who's taking that space away, but the action's happening elsewhere. The Lear and 2 gravity wells keeping both teams at bay. As through all that, no player drops.
For a moment, I couldn't make out. I thought the turret was somebody still taking it, and I was like, Madman, who is this? Who is this mad? Just a turret, don't worry.
Lockdown comes out. Lockdown goes right back where it came from, courtesy of the Hunter Siri out from the Xeno. And with this, Liquid look to double down their efforts towards A, and there's a ton of utility.
Nags knows they're not coming B. He's already pushed with the off, so the rest of KRÜ is here to defend. Will it be enough to take down TL?
So far, 1 for 1, not too bad, but Link able to take one back. Klaus is playing around the door, trying to find some space, trying to make something happen as 100 comes out as a counter out from Soulcast. He's able to take care of Kesnit. What more can he find? It's going to be it, but through all of that, you talked about it, Riv, they had 4 there, and it was not enough. Liquid still managed to find the numbers advantage, but Klaus tries to get him up towards A, and that's what they did. The defenses were there, they were bolstered, but it just wasn't enough.
Star taken back. They're just pinged towards A. I think they were trying to say, hey, maybe we grab well on Jenny. That's where we've seen Delzic playing defense. So with the pings, you somewhat see the mind of how Liquid is working. Navera sticks with the operator. It's one of the wildest things about Team Liquid is you get Navera, Yampi. I mean, Scream will pick that thing up. You don't know who's going to be around the corner with an op on TL, and it makes it tough.
So they just found where the Blade Storm was. They just found where the Jet was. At the very beginning of the round, the Blade Storm came online, and you could tell they were looking for his cheeky little pop-up angle from back A to see if that's where an exit was going to pop up. There was nothing doing, but there they spotted it out. Liquid now off of that, turning some of their attention over towards A. Kesnit's been pushed back, the Lear to create a little bit more space. But Liquid, all intention to go towards A for now. That might change their mind.
So clean. Delzik using his own smoke there with just a little bit of peek.
Spike down
And the advantage is his as Kesnet drops another. 2 left. Navera and Scream, the brother buff, can it come into play?
Empress in his back pocket. There's one. Surely you don't win this 2v5, right? Make it a 3v1.
Saw one.
There it is. He's going to dance his way around the utility. Not
Happy as he sticks on Classic.
Get out of my way!
You mentioned that Blade Storm. Sure enough, predicting things. It comes right online as Yumpy looking for any sort of info. As Nags had crept his way forward, he's now hiding behind the crates. He's not going to get a shot at things, at least for now.
Hello. Does he see it? Almost. Just short.
Okay, so now his position's been given away. He's able to dash off of that. You push him off of that cheeky little angle, and from that, they can take some of this more aggressive space towards mid, potentially work their way into tree room if they want. I think the thing is, off of that, they have more options. Not going to check the alarm bot this time around, but they threaten off of that. Well, how do KRÜ respond?
The alarm bot going off, but overall less noisy take on mid. What a distraction bait! Oh my word, these two working together, Yampy and Scream on the market side as he just starts going to town on the rest of the group.
And that was a big confidence swing there, right? Like he just waltzes out and says, fine, I'll land the shots, and he's able to do it as Scream gets his way onto the 3rd kill of the round. And he's gonna have an option at potentially getting the 4th. No, Delzik takes care of him, but now
We're going to see that scenario over and over, and they've confidently taken it more than once now. 6-3 as TL go for a straight B on this one. A little bit of a roam here from Soulcast. What can KRÜ do?
And that shock dart didn't feel good, but Yumpy was able to land the shots with the op anyway. The various positions been given away. There's no Hunter's Fury to follow that up. The information has been gathered. Now Liquid through that kind of tests the waters. They still have that op in the hands of Yumpy. They can consider how they want to reset the round and potentially approach something different. Defensively, KRÜ's setup still seems pretty similar, right? You still have that alarm bot, but this time there's Astro Utility sitting on top of it. So they're able to clear their way right through it.
Slow walk, another orb just behind. More stars drop. And they create that scenario for themselves. KRÜ is allowing this to happen because they're actually getting a lot of audio. And if they don't see anybody push all the way through, they have Nagzet watching that. They feel safe that TL has not broken the defense. So I actually like as well how KRÜ isn't overreacting.
I also just said that there was utility on top of the alarm bot, and that was a lie. There was not.
Oh, because Klausy went down.
Yeah. But had he been alive, maybe.
30 seconds left.
Either way. I lied to you all. I apologize. Zeno gets dropped after he gets one. Good. Cosmic Divide out. We'll see what they can do as far as holding things back. Nagzet, he drops, and really off of that, there's so much room for Liquid to work as they're going to be able to take the site and get the spike down. The 2 remaining members of KRÜ are just now starting to approach the site. It's going to take heroics out of Kesnet. That Empress is right. You got to make something happen here.
It goes in, 3v2 situation. Yampy low, but the operator is still able to score some shots on the way in. Kesnet with a big frag.
Yep, that's one.
Missed.
Oh my word. Just too much, man. The Nano Swarms keep him back. The Astro Util as well, and then they have a decent spot.
Going to Scream as we go into this next round. No, now it's in Yampy's hands.
Why not? I mean, the guy was pretty good with it the previous round. Certainly make that bad boy sing yet again.
Yep.
I wonder how they play. They have the Cosmic Divide for Link. I wonder if they play around that for KRÜ. You don't have very much as far as a buy goes. But what we did see from KRÜ in the previous map is that even if they get just enough of an inch and what looks like may even be a 50-50, they're willing to invest that ultimate to try to tip things in their favor. Link, there's a shorty on the other side of that wall.
Yeah, he's getting baited into a shot at Archway too, so quick little mind games here from KRÜ could give them at least one Phantom and an upgrade here on a alt orb. Like just kind of pulling back some stars as he fires out another shot.
You know what this feels like? This feels like when your parents tell you not to touch the stove because it's hot. Like they're warning you.
Wet paint.
It's hot. You don't. Oh, nothing. Nothing. Screen takes here, and Nagzet. The gravity wall kept Delzik in his spot at least for a little while. It wasn't enough for him to kind of get caught and trapped. But now Scream swings out. The shock dart is there, but it doesn't matter as Delzik gets cleaned up. Liquid continue to really just kind of destroy KRÜ in every facet of the game. And yeah, they don't have much, They only had pistols. But we have to stress the importance, again, of for Liquid, these rounds, as much as they should statistically go your way, they have to be clean. Right? They need to be clean for Liquid.
Oh, no, I don't wish, but maybe we can bind both of them and I'd be happy.
Liquid here have ultimates to really play with, right? They have all the options they really could possibly ask for. We'll keep a close eye on Nagset's operator, see if he's able to find any value out of that. Yempi with a threatening shot onto Kesnet, make you think twice about things, but drops right back. Here's the operator swinging out, slowly, surely, creeping your way forward. Who's gonna get the shoulder first? It's Link! That operator offline.
Nagset down, the turret as well for Klaus is down, so he's playing a dangerous position, usually a one and done if you cannot get yourself a few kills here. Yampi drops one, Klaus still very close, is gonna be able to do what he does. Yampi's down.
Yeah, but there's still so much more. There's still so much more. The lockdown comes through, the Cosmic Divide and the Hunter's Fury as well, as Mazzino's trying to keep things back, but Link cutting off the rotations, keeping KRÜ at bay. It all falls onto Mazzino. He had that ultimate early on. That was nice. Okay.
Spicy.
Pop off, King. What else you got? A 1v3. It's going to take more than just that, though, to get KRÜ back to 4. Shock dart.
All right, KRÜ. Let's see what you have. How aggressive, how methodical can you be to tear apart TL on the defensive side here? Remember, Haven was the pick of KRÜ. Ascent is the pick of TL, so they've already got quite a run going for their map. Slow things to start, Doug. I don't think anybody's making too much movement. You see Klaus is playing very close hip-to-hip on the turret as Kesnet downs Link. Not something you see very often for Link to be the first one going down for TL.
No, and he was playing very similar to the setup that we've talked about on B main. He was playing contact off of the turret, right? And the concept there is the turret starts to triggers, right? Starts to deal damage to whatever player is in its line of sight. Link or the Killjoy player, or really anyone else, can swing out from a slightly different angle to win that gunfight because the player's distracted trying to deal with the turret.
I think if they can find where Nivera's utility is, they go to a different site. You've taken down the controller. No smokes there for TL, so you control the angles that you want to create with Delzik. They're still going to try for a little bit. Utility going towards the top side, and they still want A. Despite the util, they're going right at it.
30 seconds left.
You're absolutely right on the util. Yampi's also playing around 3. Spike went down at the hands of Delzik. So they've gotten this far. They've gotten what they wanted, but you still got to secure the thing. You still have to take care of the attempted retake coming out from Liquid. And you got Yampi with the Sheriff. And the Ion Sheriff, as we said, delivers automatic headshots. And we see it on full display there. Nivera's able to get one as well. This is just so clean out from Liquid. KRÜ, as we mentioned, they got what they wanted, right? Like, they got onto the site. They were able to intentionally push into the...
Those frags, slow it down, and I wanted to see how TL moves after that. I want KRÜ to read the game a bit more.
I hear a lot of optimism in your voice, Riv, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not on the same page.
They're kind of running through, but I feel like if they read where they can deny the utility from Nivera, if they can make sure they're going to a site to kind of up their odds just a little bit here, they need everything they can get because TL's taking everything else.
That's true. No, that is a very good point. We'll see if they can make those adaptations.
Just
if they can
small
try
reads.
to do something with the information that you have. This KRÜ take the spike, rotating back towards B. And actually, the timing on this is really interesting. Soulcast using the drone, as we see now, coming through, clearing out garage. I don't think... I mean, he may have spotted the turret, but I think that was it.
Yeah.
So the question on my mind here is how much do Liquid really just kind of like turn away from, given that they didn't see anything there? And, well, the answer to that question is nothing, right? Like, Yampi doubled down, he holds that angle with the Marshall, not able to land the shots, but the shock dart does some serious damage.
Stings. Yeah, I think seeing the activation on the turret said, I feel like this could still be a play.
Left.
KJ's pretty close. And now it is. It's going to be KRÜ going in. Now, again, they've taken a site, but it seems like TL is just all quiet about it.
And they have to take care of Scream, who's in market, right? If they don't take care of Scream, it's going to be problematic because they're going to be able to push him from that site. You see the Reyna Kesnet on the side of KRÜ holding down that angle. They're able to take care of backside. Good. And now KRÜ, now they're going to have to deal with the aggression coming in. Kesnet spots Scream, and there he was. Understanding Nivera's there as well, and Mazzino kind of close.
Right.
And the Frenzy that you mentioned earlier, which just seems to have gotten some, like, buff that nobody knew was in the patch notes.
At least with Link.
Yeah, fair, at least. Okay, and Scream, perhaps.
Oof. little bit of a battle here at long. I don't think anybody's going for the ult or just yet. We do see everybody quite far away from those points. And really, not many ults changing the course of this game. We saw Hunter's Fury coming into play previously. Oh my word.
So I actually really like how KRÜ played this round, right? The fight that was happening on A long drew some of the attention. As that fight was happening, you saw the push in from mid, from Delzik. He's able to cut off the rotations because the spike was always going to go towards B. He's able to clean up two, have Liquid coming from a much weaker position to attempt this retake. And now Mazzino still creeping his way around. He's going to get the timing potentially. Navera, you have eyes on the back of your head, my friend. No, you do not. You have a couple of bullets instead.
Oh, Soulcast
takes him back.
This is a slight iteration of the round we just saw from KRÜ. Instead of Kesnet being on the ramp to market, it was the rotation from Mazzino. They're just changing their strats a bit, but can they come up with the win here? Soulcast and Link entering.
Soulcast was weak. Link is as well. Nags that hasn't even really shown himself. Now they know he's there. Those are nice shots. You're going to have to land him one more.
The heat a little bit here. KRÜ seems to be gelling a bit more with each other. The crossfires we've seen on the sites, the holds, now coming into their favor. We're back on a gun round for both teams.
Scream got messed up, bro. That shock dart did not feel good. No armor, now 77 HP to his name.
Mazzino, is he grabbing the orb? Looks like, yep, boom. Mazzino, Hunter's Fury online, protected by Kesnet as they work the map a bit. Spike is still down. I think they're now going to wait for Sonar Bolt to come back up, make sure they can use drone here for Nagzet on Cat, and see if they can get attacked.
And you still have Kesnet, who's playing in that ratty little corner. You see him on A long, right? Like, he was the cover that you mentioned to allow Mazzino to get the Hunter's Fury. He didn't give that space up. So if Liquid were to rotate through, if a hit ends up on B and they try to rotate back through long, they're just going to get destroyed.
No way!
Looks like they are going to head in towards A. The Hunter's Fury coming out. Nagzet.
Ooh.
Nice out from Mazzino.
Yep.
We talked about it. That was that Hunter's Fury that you set up. That's going to allow them to get onto the site. Liquid don't have any ultimates, at least at this moment, to work with as far as a retake goes. Soulcast, if he's able to get a pick, he can make something happen. The spike goes down to 4v5 in favor of KRÜ. Scream has to back up. I like this from KRÜ. They've taken the space that they wanted. The Empress is coming out online as well for Kesnet.
Oh, they have Mazzino. I was like, everybody's looking the same way. It scared me for a moment. Navera picks one up. Nagzet staying out of the spam. And it's the slow peek from Yambi. How far back are they? And now he comes to flank from door.
Yeah, I wonder if he's checking for space or for information.
There it
he's
is.
actually going to double down on Soulcast, able to take care of one. As he starts to drop down, he spotted another walking into the Astral Smoke, understanding there's likely a good chance there's one down in hell, and there is. They're going to have to isolate him. Nagzet gets it to a 1v1. The Blade Storm comes online. He tries to go up top, not able to land the shots. Scream swings around. Right, like, you got to go. Right, like, understand you're down, this potentially respecting Liquid too much, not enough, what have you. Sometimes you just got to go for it. Shoot or shoot at the end of the day, and that's what Nagzet did. And yeah, he missed, but as Michael Scott says, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Absolutely. I'll quote that one forever. Sheriff's here once again. A lot of ultimates for TL, so looking into round 18 for them. See what they put on the defensive side of things. Delzik with his Cosmic Divide, and KRÜ going back to a bit of the slow play here. They've shown TL pretty good just in and plant strats. Now this one gets slowed down. Hopefully when they take, we're still seeing that speed, because Sheriffs can do a lot of damage if you're just moping about trying to get into a site.
They have 3 on site here.
Yeah.
They're 2 duelists.
Good look from TL.
And Soulcast with the Hunter's Fury.
You should run.
Yeah, there were no tags. Could drop the lockdown.
Ruh-roh.
There's really, I don't know if there's going to be enough time for Soulcast to use the Hunter's Fury to try to clear that out anyway. Now with Nagzet dashing into the Cloudburst, Yampi's not able to land the shot. Scream did take care of one, but KRÜ looking really good here.
Player standing.
Why have we gotten to this point to begin with? Link?
That is a great question.
Link in this 1v2, he's able to upgrade a weapon. Delzik still hasn't got this guy down.
Spike
now
planted.
he does. Link 55 HP. Enough eye candy there, but he manages to work his
Analyst task?
The 9-3 curse, bro. We talked about it. Okay, the Hunter's Fury, or excuse me, the Cosmic Divide, but Liquid put their foots down. They do not give up an inch. But maybe Kesnet can find more success. The operator's there. Delzik's able to take care of him. The reinforcements from Liquid have arrived.
Cosmic Divide cuts off Market, cuts off Spawn. 3 are already waiting.
planted.
Soulcast, Link, and Navera. All ultimates are up. How did they decide to use these?
Keznet's in such a brutal spot, too, playing down towards B main. Like, you have to deal with him if you want to work your way in through lane. Soulcast is 103. Oh, Delzik may be in trouble. Yeah, Delzik's a sitting duck, bro. He never had a shot there. Link gets 2, and yeah, those kills were his at the end of the day, but we talked about how they had to take care of Keznet back in main. They do, and then the 103 just kind of tease him up.
And
Mentioning still available for Liquid in a double op setup.
again, yeah.
I mean, when it rains, it pours.
It does. Straight through, so they see the bot once again, get a little idea of that. Beep boop. Looks like they'll be all right for that situation to pressure it, and Keznet just wants to says, what can I make you do off you thinking I'm mid? And TL won't do too much.
You see Klaus having to jump peek there. Good chance there's somebody playing on that 50, and he'd be absolutely right, because Scream is there. But the patience kind of keeps him under. Guys.
See if they can get the slower they play this to get a gun, upgrade Mazzino, get him on something that can frag from afar. Sheriff can still do that, but you want to heighten your chances here, as you still see Spectres across a few of the members of KRÜ. You can see just how tight it is for them. Looking as TL wants game point off of this round. Double ops on hard angles. So you're basically waiting for Sonar Bolt to come back up. Drone's already been used. How are they going to get past this defense?
Scream, you're a patient man.
Right?
You're a
30
patient
seconds
man.
left.
Look what they did, Haven defense.
You talked about that double op setup. Vera gives that initial angle away. He retreats back a bit, still has that operator there. The lockdown comes online, and there it is. If it's not the lockdown, it's the operator, but Nags that's able to trade that right back. Soulcast drops as well. 13 seconds left. They still have to get the spike down, though. The 2 remaining members of Liquid now showing up. You hear the Bladestorm comes online, courtesy of Yumpy. Now they approach a retake of their own. Double duelist, what can they do here? Nothing spotted yet. The remaining members are all on the site as Yumpy has to clear out every single corner just to make sure there's nothing going on behind him. Now they can approach things. I believe he may have spotted Exit's shoulder. Oh no! Ooh, baby, that was close. Oh, one. He goes in aggressive, looking for the second and the third. And why the heck not? Dueling Bladestorms. It's a dogfight up in the sky. Scream pushing his way forward. We talked about it, the 1v2. He's going to have to get the kills and still get...
What was a round, after they got 4 in a row, TL came back, but KRÜ says, no, this is ours. We're going to close these round gaps.
No double op on the side of Liquid. Really just one rifle. On the side of Liquid, the Guardian in the hands of Soulcast. While KRÜ still has an op of their own. Clear out that turret. Klaus playing fire there.
I'm just replaying that Nagzak kind of grapevine op shot. He's just sidestepping. It's so clean as he entered the site. When your opper is on, it is on. Also, Mazzino to be the first peek on the B site take there with the Sheriff. You lose the least if he goes down, but you gain a bunch of information. So really smart play of how they were able to get through that situation on the side of KRÜ for round 19. As we are in round 20 now, only 50 seconds are left on the clock. And the Cosmic Divide versus an Empress are the things we could see.
I wonder how they find value with Nagzet's operator. Like oftentimes you're doing a little cloudburst dash, cause some chaos. But with an operator, you can't, surely not. Oh, Link, you crazy son of a gun. Link manages to get 2 and stays alive. Now he drops, but Navera, Sheriff.
Oh, 12-8, Dougie. This could be game point here for TL. What a match KRÜ has put back into our site here. Can they, however, bring it 4 more?
Dude, this is so brutal. I know the question is, can they do it? I mean, the scenes are tough.
It is. It is very tough. Nothing's going to be easy on this one for KRÜ. It has to be the first bloods. It has to be perfect trades. They're only working with 2 rifles and Sheriffs for Mazzino, Nags, and Klaus.
Well, not even that. Klaus doesn't even have armor anymore. Delzik and Keznet start with light armor as well, so it's not like they're even have that.
Still has a puffy jacket.
To their name, yes, it is a. I don't know how much that does as far as bullet pen goes.
Not much,
right? A slow round, slow round out from KRÜ. Reasonably so.
Yes, Nags is so far forward, and it looks like he's actually on defender side of most. He was kind of just sitting there like, yeah, we actually have this much control over mid, but you see TL is okay with giving that up. It's when they start to break these site walls down, and could it happen here? They get stuck by a digital Molly, and Scream picks one up.
Hunter's Fury came out. The kill was traded out.
30
courtesy
seconds left.
of Kesnet. Link playing that anchor backside again, playing contact off of the turret. Kesnet just walks right into his crosshair, and Link's able to clean him up. But Naxxet! Ooh, Mazzino does it. All right, a 2v2. Naxxet still playing up in heaven, able to upgrade his weapon. Link gets things cleaned up as Naxxet gets into a 1v1. The op in his face. How has Naxxet avoided things up until this point? I don't know that he's going to be able to pick up the spike and plant it. Yeah, they've run out of time. It's not going to be enough. Team Liquid.
Wow.
Map 1 was clean. Map 2